morning, everybody. Today is, let's see, Sunday, January 17th, and I am about to plan out the coming week in my Plum Paper 7x9 Vertical Priorities Planner. Here was the layout from last week, almost completely done in full, and it's time for a new one. So I'm going to talk to you about my plan for today. I'm going to use a whole pile of stamp sets, and it's January and the weather has not been that cold where I am, but I am holding out in hopes for some snow. So I'm going to use this stamp set today from Lawn Fawn called Critters in the Arctic. Let me see if I can get this up close enough so you can see the name, Lawn Fawn Critters in the Arctic. And I've decided, I've sketched this out several different ways, and I've erased it and sketched it again and erased it and sketched it like this, and I think I'm going to change it again. I'm going to put this little cute little walrus guy. First of all, I'm going to put a little beanie on him, and then I'm going to put him on top of this ice floe, and we're going to put the ice floe right in this area. Monday is a day off school, so I'm not going to have a lot of to-dos, so his head can go up into that area and I don't have to worry about losing that space. Then I'm going to take Mr. Narwhal here, and he's going to come out of the water right here in this area. So I'm going to plan on cutting him off about right there, so he looks like he's coming up out of the water. He's going to go here, and then the little owl and the little bunny are going to go up here. I sort of sketched them together, but I think I'll put one on either side with Have an Ice Day in between them. And then I'll take the little snowflakes that are all over here and just kind of put them everywhere. I'm going to also use, this is a set from Sweet Stamp Shop called Beach Face, and I'm going to use this water stamp, this double water stamp, and I'm going to put water all the way across, and then at the bottom of where Mr. Narwhal is coming out of the water, I'm going to put some water markings there. So that's for those two. And then I'm going to use this stamp set from Cocoa Daisy. This came in last November's November 2020 kit, and it's got this grateful stamp that I really like. And so I put that here, and then through the week I just jot down things that I'm grateful for. Across the top section of my layout, I usually leave for appointments, so I don't usually decorate that area. There's no school on Monday for Martin Luther King Day, and there's no school on Wednesday for Inauguration Day. I'm going to use this set called Plan Holidays from Sweet Stamp Shop, and I'm going to use the little hat there to put over here to commemorate Inauguration Day. I wish I had a good stamp for Martin Luther King Day, but I don't, so that one's just going to have to stay blank, unfortunately. And then the middle section here I use for my meal planning, and this week I'm going to use this set from Sweet Stamp Shop called Just Icons, and I'm going to use this fork, knife, and spoon set. And then at the top of each of my to-do lists, I'm going to use this scripty word today, and this is Sweet Stamp Shop's title script. And then for the weekend, I liked the little binder clip that I used last week for planning, which is right here, so I'm going to use that again. This comes out of Sweet Stamp Shop's College Plans. And then for my chore icons on Sunday, this is Studio L2E. This is actually two stamp sets I'm using from this set called Iconic, and I use the little trash can, the little recycling symbol, and the little shirt. And so I'm going to put those on Sunday, but then I'm also going to put them inside this little round dotted circle. And this is Studio L2E Flag Builder. And then finally, there are 3 hockey games this week, and this is Sweet Stamp Shop's Play Ball. And that's where I found the hockey puck last week. So I'm going to use the hockey puck for that. And when I'm done stamping, I will color with my Prismacolor colored pencils. And that will be that. I'm going to be using just a few inks here. VersaFine Onyx Black pigment ink. This is what I use to stamp all my black images. I'm going to use these two VersaColor inks. These are also pigment ink. Atlantic and Royal Blue. So this is like a smoky blue and like a more of a royal medium blue for things like the check boxes and the icons and things like that. And then I'm going to use this Brilliance ink called Platinum Planet. It's sort of a silvery platinum color, and I'm going to use this for the snowflakes. So I'll come back when it's all over and see how it turned out. All right, guys, so I'm going to sort of talk you through what I'm doing. In order to get the little beanie on top of the walrus and then the walrus on top of the ice floe without the stamps showing through each other, I use this paper called Inkadoo stamp masking paper. And you can stamp on it, and then it has a backing that peels off and it makes it sticky. And so you can see what I did was I stamped the beanie and the walrus, and then I cut them out, and then I stamped the beanie on my paper, and then I put the paper over top of it, stuck it on there. Then when I stamped the walrus on top of it, the beanie is covered. So when I peel that off, though, you can't see the walrus head going up inside of it. I did the same thing for the ice floe. So once I stamped the walrus, I cut out the bottom of him on the stamp masking paper, and then stuck it down over top of the image that I'd already stamped, and then I stamped the ice floe, so that you go in order from what's in front to what's behind. And it's really cool. It's very cool stuff, and it allows you to do a lot of cool layers. So I did the same thing with the narwhal. You could see with the watermark. So it allows you to take your stamps and use them in ways that are a little bit outside the box, which is kind of fun. I've got the owl and the bunny up there. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm going to draw a line of toward the bottom of that box for like a ground here in just a minute. This stamping today went very quickly. I was actually kind of surprised at how fast it went. Very quickly. Because usually it takes me a long time, and this one just went really quick. And I went by my plan this time, so I didn't make any errors or put things where they weren't supposed to go. That was, very nice. I'm putting the snowflakes on right now, and I like this Platinum Planet. I know you guys can't really see it very well, but it catches the light really very nicely, like when I'm using it in person. So, and once everything was stamped, all that's left to do is color. So I'm using my Prismacolors. They blend really nicely, trying to layer and, make it look like there are shadows. And that's fun to do. You see the line that I put in there. And then with the walrus and the narwhal, really, I had to use a lot of gray and then a little bit of black to make them look gray. And honestly, when I got all done, I was like, oh, okay, so I have another basically like neutral layout. The first week in January, if you remember, I used the little snowman and the Christmas tree. It was also very blue, and this one's very blue, but also gray and neutral. And I think I'm going to try to pick a set next week to pop it up with some color. But here's how the final images turned out. I think the whole thing turned out great. I'm going to write everything in there, and if you follow me on Instagram, you will see how my planner looks through the week as stuff gets written in. Feel free to leave me any questions down below. Thanks for being with me today, and bye!